welcome to another exciting episode of Safe Distance and Save Lives. I know the lockdown is easing and some of you are excited to come outside. Here in Canada, we've been asked that we can all meet, not all of us, but 10 of us can meet. Earlier there were 5, now we've gone to 10. And that excites not only me, but many of my other friends. As a filmmaker, our only wish is to showcase our film. We work very hard through the year, shooting the film, editing the film, marketing the film, distributing. I can go on and on. Okay, you guessed right. I do have an exciting filmmaker today with me. She is also from Canada and yes, very close to my home, Asis Sethi. Very well-known figure in Omni Television and many other community events. Asi has a very unique passion to bring life to those images that we see every day, things that matter to every one of us, especially women. So Asi is also a woman filmmaker, and she is making a bloody mess. That's the title. But this film is doing wonders around the world.
Dear Papa and Mama, I wanted to tell you this, but I couldn't. Something really bad happened. I have cancer. I am dying. I'm going far away. I just wanted you to know that I love you and Vicky very much.
Online, whether it's online streaming, I know Asi was looking forward for theater screenings, but the online streaming is also helping. I'm not going to give out everything here. Let's hear it from Asis Sethi. Welcome, Asi, to Safe Distance and Save Lives.
Thank you so much, Malika, and thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Thank you for having me. And hello.
Thank you. So I'm seeing all these laurels behind you. My God, you are so busy. And this is all for the same film that we're going to talk about?
Yes, it is all for my short film, A Bloody Mess.
Wow. So please tell us, now I'm even more excited. So you're in lockdown, you have your family, you're a busy woman, and I guess you have small children too. So how are you managing your personal time in lockdown?
It's been quite an experience, and it's been challenging as well. It has its own challenges. My 2 daughters are always home because the schools are closed, and in a way it's great because I've been spending a lot more time with them. I've been able to squeeze in dance parties every day, so we do a lot of bhangra, some hip-hop dancing, some Bollywood dancing, whatever they feel like. My little one likes the song Baby Shark or Freeze Dance, and my older one likes more of like Havana or Dance Monkey, etc. So we do a lot of dancing every day, and then I also try to take out time for my daily works as well, for my films and then for television as well.
That sounds itself so busy, but also that the whole thing about the personal, I think the time that we got now within our homes with our loving ones, and that's so sweetly you have explained how you're involved in their day-to-day life, I think more in detail. So do you think there are perks in working from home right now?
Definitely. I think there are a lot of perks because it saves the travel time. and downtown. I work downtown Toronto, so it's a long drive from Brampton, and especially during traffic, oh, it kills. So that's a huge perk for me. And then the second perk is also, of course, spending lots of family time. So with my husband, my kids, and whenever we get a chance, we watch family movies. And once they're sleeping, we watch movies that we can't watch with them. So it's been a fun ride.
Thanks for sharing that. Now, another thing that keeps in my mind is the industry itself, and you're in the industry, in the film industry. I know you have your own film as well, and you do have a television flourishing career. Please tell us how you're managing to keep up with the workload, because television industry is something like the news, current affairs, everything is so time bound. So, and you don't even have, and the equipment you need is high speed internet and everything. So how are you managing? Can you share some tips with us?
Sure. So what I always find useful is having a schedule and sticking to it. So I've made a routine where I wake up early in the morning, make sure my kids are dressed, they're well fed, I'm well fed, and I have a certain number of hours that I dedicate to work. And then once I'm wrapping up work, then the house stuff, whatever needs to be done, food, etc. And then after that, playing with the kids and making sure, they're well fed and they're playing and they're not losing their energy just watching TV all day long. So also making sure we're prepping activities for them throughout the day, whether it be basketball or whether it be jumping around or whether it would be just practicing writing, or whether it's reading or arts and crafts, puzzles, etc. So we have activities dedicated every day. So we try to manage it that way, or else it would be so hard to, it's very easy, especially in these times, to just give kids gadgets and just have them in front of the TV screen. I mean, I'm not saying I don't do that. I do it. There are times when I'm so exhausted and I'm like, okay, kids, just watch TV. Yay, it's your turn to watch TV. Or, go play some PlayStation or Wii. And so, yeah, I mean, it can be very challenging, but it's fun as well at the same time.
Wow, that's very well said. And I had another question about, so do you have those moments of kind of educating your smaller children? Do you think that's a part of parenting? Would you like to say something about that?
I think it's very important to educate our children at a very young age. My 3-year-old might not understand what I'm trying to tell her, but she does know the word coronavirus. So if I tell her that we cannot, they cannot go to the beach, or they cannot do this, or they cannot do that, and she'll say, oh, Mama, it's because of coronavirus. So she knows it. She might not understand it, but she knows that word. But with my 6-year-old, she knows exactly what it is. She knows exactly what happens. She knows what viruses are. She knows about germs. She knows she has to sanitize. She knows she has to keep her hands clean. So she knows what exactly coronavirus is, what COVID-19 is, and what steps she should be taking, what steps she shouldn't be. And she loves educating others as well. So she'll always be showing off if someone's calling. She'll always tell them, oh, do you know, because of coronavirus, this happened, and you should not be doing that. So, it's nice to tell them at an early age so that when they are growing up, they catch these good habits right now, instead of waiting until they're teenagers and then trying to explain it to them. So the earlier that you start, the better it is for them as well.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And now I wanted to move on to your most passionate subject, which is the film itself. So Asis, please tell us how this journey began. And I'm sure this was way before COVID, and COVID hit it in a very sensitive time of your film. Because it was just picking up steam, and how the whole distribution process itself changed, because I see that it has traveled into various film festivals and it's getting selected, and you're also representing women in film and television, which is a huge honor. I think not every filmmaker gets to showcase themselves in women in film and television, so they kind of picked you as one of their. I saw a lot of postings and everything. So please share your journey in this whole film.
first, I am honored to be part of their organization, and they've been so supportive of my work and work that other diverse women have been contributing to the film and television industry in Canada. And they are very helpful, and they've acknowledged A Bloody Mess as well and some of my other work, and I'm very grateful for that. And talking about A Bloody Mess, it's a short film, which I have to give a huge shout out to my sister, Armin, and also my very close friends who are all like my sisters, Daisy, Amreen, and Shweta, who came on board. I remember it was at TIFF, we were at TIFF covering a red carpet, 2018. And we were like, we're always we're never on the carpet. We're always behind those barricades where we're interviewing celebrities. And you know what? One day, all of us will be on the other side, and we'll be dressed up, and we'll be saying, yeah, this is our film. Come see it, and our film would be screening at TIFF. And that's when we came up with this idea. And we were like, there's so many issues that there are so many female and women issues that need to be covered and are not covered, especially in the South Asian community. So we came up with, and we really knew that this was something that we wanted to do. So the film is based on menstruation and the taboos that surround menstruation in the South Asian community. So then and there we said, okay, let's get together and start writing. So Armin and I, my sister and I, we started the writing process, and Think Brown Media then got involved as well, Sarabjit Singh, and he helped us out a lot as well in this. And after it was written, we did casting, and we did a lot of pre-production work went into it. The whole film took us over a year to make, and that included getting everything ready, preparing for shoot. The shooting was just 2 days, but it's the pre-production part, the prepping part, which takes the most time, and then the post-production, because I wanted to make sure everything was done perfectly. So I gave a lot of time to post-production, and even the sound and engineer on the film is a Canadian Screen Awards winner, Stephen Edgebeck, who is amazing, and you'll notice the sound design is just incredible. And color correction was done, everything was done professionally. And the DOP on the film, Daniel, a huge shout out to him, very talented individual, and he's done many feature films as well. So he was the DOP. So it was a team effort, and everyone got together and helped me make this film. And it's there's a reason why it's at a stage where it is right now, and it's because of every single individual, the cast and the crew, and their hard work.
I see, that's so inspiring. And this is your first film, right? This is actually officially your first film.
My first narrative.
First narrative, wow.
Yeah.
So because I know that you have been in front of the camera, and as you had mentioned about the whole concept, how you began, and I think that is an advantage when you come to filmmaking. But this takes a lot of energy and strength to get this whole project going. So I just wanted to say, so how did it feel when you got your first screening? So and tell us, so the film has been screened in theaters as well now, and how can we watch the film if we want to watch it?
So Bloody Mess was first screened. It had its world premiere on June 7th at the Houston Asian American Pacific Islander Film Festival, Happy Fest in Houston. But because of the COVID situation right now in the world, all the film festivals are now virtual. So we had a virtual screening, and we have many more to come. Like you can see behind me, there are many more laurels, and those are laurels for all the film festivals that we will be screening at. So there's the Sandy Dennis Film Festival, and next month we're also screening at the Toronto Female Film Festival, and in August we're also at the International Film Festival of South Asia, which is the largest South Asian film festival in North America. And there are lots more coming as well. We have won many awards, which we're very thankful for. And in Florence, Italy, we won the Best Film Award, and we also won at the Queen Palm in California. We had an honorable mention as well for Best Story, and we have also won the Remy Award, which is one of the biggest honor for a short filmmaker to win at the 53rd annual World Fest at the Houston International Film Festival. And that's the festival where Hollywood names such as Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, Ang Lee, all those filmmakers, that's where their career started with the Remy Award. So we are very, very honored for that award as well. And we have many screenings that are lined up for us.
The sky is the limit, Asis. I think that's what you say, because you had the vision and you had a great team, and you can see the fruits of that. I think believing in oneself is very important. And thanks for sharing this, your awesome journey into the film and awards. But before anything, I think everything starts with a story. And so how did you come up with the story? Is this written by you, or did you have a writer who helped you write the script and all that?
My sister and I, Armin and I, wrote the script together, and we felt it was a very important topic that needed to be discussed. And I also felt it served a voice for South Asian women and women in general. So Bloody Mess, it brings several things together for me that are important for me as a filmmaker and as a South Asian. It's shedding light on issues in our community, and as a woman, normalizing a conversation surrounding menstruation is very important as well. Around menstruation in the South Asian community, which should not be there. The fact that I'm not even able to talk to my male family members comfortably. Instead of saying I'm on my period, I used to, not now, I used to say I'm not feeling well. So that's what we explore in the film. Why is it that a natural process, it's our body's natural process, and why cannot we just talk about it freely? Why are we saying we're not feeling well, or why are we referred to as being sick when we're just on our period? Can you imagine if I have to go to work and I have my period, I'll end up calling them and saying I don't feel well, or I'll say, I'm calling in sick. Never have I ever said that I'm on my period. So it's just I feel like that discomfort should not be there, and we should be openly talking about this. And the whole point and the goal of this film is to start a conversation, start a dialogue. Don't feel that discomfort, let it go and just talk about it.
Amazing. It's a very revolutionary subject, and I'm sure, like me, many other people who are watching this today can totally understand and reason with it. And we go through, and it's just a generation thing. We take it for granted. I'm glad you stopped at that moment and you questioned it. I think that's where your story kind of was born with your sister and everything. Thank you for sharing all these wonderful things. We can see any other plans since you're in the lockdown. Are you planning something to do next after this film? What next?
Well, I have a few films in the pipeline. I have a short film that is almost done, and it will start the film festival circuit right after A Bloody Mess, and that's on stillbirth. It's called Still. And my other short film, it's a monologue that we are waiting to shoot. Everything is done, and that is on postpartum depression. And my sister and I are also writing a feature film, which is about a disempowered South Asian housewife who wants to put her shoes back on and go back into the basketball court and start reliving her basketball dream, and showing her daughter that, I am more than just a housewife, or I'm more than just a mother. I'm also my own person as well.
Wonderful. We are super excited to see all these, and these are all women's subjects I'm noticing. So You are very passionate about women's issues and everything. Is there any particular reason, I see, that you are so towards you like to talk about women's issues, and we see that in your work?
I'm a firm believer of equality for both men and women, and I have seen inequality between the genders for a very long time. And I think especially because I have two daughters, and once I had my first daughter, I'm like, I don't want them to have a future that most South Asian women have, where they are always judged because they are females. I want to make sure they have a future where they don't have to think that, oh no, he's a boy, so he can do anything and get away with it. We are girls, we should not be doing this, and we should not be doing that. I want them to know that there are no boundaries for them. They have their freedom and they have their freedom of speech. They should be able to express themselves. They should be able to do whatever they want to do. And I want to, which is why women issues is something I love talking about and I love making films on, because it's something that's very close to my heart, and I always want to bring these issues out so that we can have a better future for our daughters.
Wow, lovely. So I wanted to ask you, this is the question that I ask all the panelists, and thank you for sharing your personal life, your work life, and the community life. I think your filmmaking is your community life. That is where you're going back and giving back to the community. You're doing it through the films, through very important subjects. And I think this whole online thing is going to work wonders for you. I can see that already because of the way people are all glued now. And they want to know about these subjects. If you Google and see, it's not much out is there. So I'm glad that you're tapping that portion of the social circle. So the question for me that I ask everyone, what is your message to the people out there who are watching us today about how they can come out of this kind of an isolation, especially in terms of mental health? I'll even give you because I know you're doing some work on that. So what do you think can help them for a better mental health situation during COVID times?
I think meditating is a great idea. And I also feel that do things that make you happy. So think about yourself first. Keep yourself first. If watching TV makes you happy, watch TV. If going for a walk makes you happy, go for a walk. If just being alone makes you happy, be alone. Do what makes you happy. If you want to eat a bowl full of ice cream, go for it. Don't let anyone stop you from doing what you want to do. So and never give up. Don't let negativity come into your mind, and always stay positive. Everything will be okay. Everything will be back to normal. So just try to put yourself first and think about yourself and your health, and always make sure you're eating healthy.
Wow. Thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing all these wonderful moments with us. We are looking forward to watching your film. Please do. We will be sharing a lot of information in this program for people to look out for those festivals and join those on-screen screening sessions, so that way they can see the film and have a wonderful, safe distance, practice safe distance and save lives. As we know, you have little children and we know how the whole vulnerable situation is. But you know what? You need to pursue what you love. Today, I'm really happy to see Asis do so well. I saw her in front of the screen presenting a program and knew through her eyes that she had a vision to share. And she has shared it through her film, Bloodiness. So if you have a chance, please do watch out for those screenings and log in and watch the film. Because there's nothing more important that makes a filmmaker happy when somebody watches their film. Because it's the sharing of vision, and it also shows that you care for your community. Thank you for watching us. Keep watching us every Tuesdays and Saturdays, 9 a.m. Watch out for our special episodes which we screen often, and those are screened on Saturday nights, 9:30 p.m. Thank you.